Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the Golden Age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena StarSeed.
So I usually start the clarion call out to the Ascended Masters and all the beings of light. And so it's called the Great Invocation, and it was written and channeled by Alice Bailey. And the Ascended Master that came through her was Duat Kul, and it was called the Great Tibetan. And I've been saying this prayer for over 10 years, and I never found that information out on who wrote it. I don't know why. It just didn't come to me. However, in the last month, the origin of the prayer came, and why it's important and why I say it at the top of this specific show is because the Ascended Masters are here and have been here throughout eons to help humanity raise their consciousness in all these different ways about, you know, knowing more about the self, knowing more about the other, knowing more about the lover, knowing more about Mother Earth, the planet, the galaxy, the universe, just being able to expand levels of awareness. So when I pray and I say this prayer, everybody listening to this prayer will be elevated vibrationally with their frequency so that they, too, can hear the voices of angels and masters and the spirit of love. And that's all this really is all our different forms of love. And the highest form of love says, you know, share, be kind, and treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's heaven on earth. And so I'd like you to take a nice deep breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. Round in. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. May light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of men, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. Let Christ return to earth. In the center, where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men, the center which the masters know and serve, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Om, 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 om. Aloha. My beautiful co-host, Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha, Athena StarSeed, dear goddess, friend, energy of light and hope. Good to be with you.
And hey, Matt, I have you on there too, right? Matt's the engineer for today's show. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Athena.
Hey, Matt, can you do me a favor? Can you give me your website? I mean, your email? I'm going to email you a video I'd like you to play on the show. I think it kind of has the spirit of the show today, and it's going to be my special resonanic guest, to raise the frequency. So what's your email?
I can give that to you during the break.
Okay, so yes, or you can text it to me, and I can just send it to you while we're talking. So what I was going to do is I was going to send Matt this Rainbow Spirit video called Universal Lover. You are my mother, you are my father. And the lyrics are so beautiful. It's written by our friend Fantuzzi, and he's been kind of traveling around the planet going to all these rainbow gatherings, probably for the last 35, 40 years. And the thing about the rainbow gatherings is they include all spectrums in the light. If you're red, you're purple, you're yellow, you're green, you're blue, you're Asian, you're Caucasian, you're Afro-American, whatever, all those rainbow colors are included in one rainbow spirit. And that's what we really want to do, is open up our hearts to compassion and entertain more conversations that talk about how we're the same and where our unity fields are and how we can support each other's life paths, life missions, life contracts, and get each other into a field of abundance by sharing each other's prayers and works and seminars and gifts and music and soundtracks and retreat centers so that everyone can see each other as being prosperous. So, Kim, have you ever been to a rainbow gathering? Hey, Kim, are you there? So, Matt, I'm not sure. Can you hear him?
Hey, Kim?
Yes, hello.
Can you not hear Athena?
I don't hear anything, no. I hear you. Just fine.
Oh, okay. So Kim can't hear me. So what I asked him was, had he ever been to a rainbow gathering, and why they're fixing his audio so he can actually...
I just heard that. Yes, I've been to a rainbow gathering.
Okay, can you please... that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the microcosm of the macrocosm, and rainbow gatherings are an experiential version of what heaven on earth is. So I wanted you to talk about that.
Well, I was actually at the first rainbow gathering in about 1968, and it was a gathering of the prototype hipster crowd in the mountains, in the Sangre de Cristi Mountains, the Blood of Christ Mountains in New Mexico. And it was a phenomenal gathering because it was the first time in my short, sweet life I had ever experienced a campfire scene with hundreds and hundreds of campfires lighting up a moonlit evening in the mountains, and circulating people would sing and dance from one fire to the next. It was the most social event I've ever been to in my life, and it was absolutely primordially beautiful. It was heaven on earth, and it was the beginning of the rainbow movement. The rainbow movement has come in and out of focus many times socially. However, it is called forth now more than ever. And I've been glad to see our brothers and sisters of other gender persuasions, etc., have been unifying under that great banner. And it's a sacred banner here in Hawaii, too. So the rainbow gatherings have gone on and form a wonderful, fertile background for humanity to socialize in above and beyond the commodified world. It was a fabulous experience.
So, Kim, can you describe the structure, though? Because for people who are listening that don't know what a rainbow gathering is or how it works.
Because the structure at that time was spontaneous combustion. It was a group of people just gathering together. I'm never quite sure exactly how that all happened. But the rainbow gatherings, as I understand it today, are designed to be spontaneous gatherings where people just simply figure out how, when they get together, how to take care of each other, how to actually create a waste system management and a kind of spontaneous, creative food gathering, preparing, and distributing network, and then social conscious music, thought, poetry, involvement after that. It's very chaotic. It's very creative and spontaneous, but it's quite something. One needs to experience such a thing. I think Burning Man is another environment, more controlled, but that is also a creative social environments. And these mini social environments are really where the future is coming from. Our festival structure, et cetera, is actually taking on the rainbow aura and trying to be and attempting to be all-inclusive, which is, of course, our goal. Heaven on earth is definitely an inclusion. It's to be part of something stunning and wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually pointing at, is that not only is heaven on earth already here right now, that it has been here, and there are communities like Aurobindo started in India called Auraville, and they're another version that's been functioning for over 50 years, and it's actually supported by the Indian government and two awakened yogis who have since passed, but basically they figured it out as well. And I wanted to share with people on the show listening that we just have to tune into the frequency, and all the rest, like Kim said, spontaneous combustion, it just starts happening. It starts galvanizing. Everybody shows up. It's like a party, and probably event I had here on Saturday as a microcosm of that microcosm, because I asked people to do a potluck. They all came. Everybody brought something different. The whole meal came together. but nobody had any direction except for bring something healthy. So when you go to a rainbow gathering, you're bringing your healthiest, loving self. And so you'll not just bring some food to share, but you'll bring a smile or a song, or you'll give someone a body work, or somebody will listen to your story or give you some great advice or walk to the river with you. And so you're just spontaneously giving what you have to the other, which you consider your beloved brother or sister as yourself. So, Matt, I was wondering, instead of me emailing you, here's an easier way to do this. Can you just pull up on YouTube Rainbow Spirit, Universal Lover, You Are My Mother, You Are My Father by Fantuzzi? It's got 500,000. Yeah, you can bring that up during the break, but I just wanted to give you the title. Do you have the title? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just Rainbow Spirit, Universal Lover, You Are My Mother, You Are My Father by Fantuzzi. So when we get back from the break, I'm going to have him play this video. It's 5 minutes long. It's really beautiful, and I just wanted to show there's an experience of a group of people who might have met each other for the first time, and they have a jam, and Fantuzzi's playing his music, but you can see all these people, all these different races, all these different colors, and when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, you are my mother, you are my father. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all children of Mother Gaia. And when we know we have one mother and we share her, we share our mother, Mother Gaia, then we take care of her, and we take care of her animals and her plants and her ecosystem, and we take care of each other. And for me, like I would want this show to inspire people to take really good care of each other. And so all the ways we can do that is sharing our art and sharing our music and sharing our ideas. And Kim used to have a lot of events at the Green Fire Temple, and that was his home temple. And he would bring out his laser lights. Talk about that, Kim, when you brought your lasers out. Why did you do that with the community?
Enter the playground. I think conscious creation involves play, and it begins by playing with all your sensory perception. And what was fun about what I do with the lasers is we would get them out and play with each other and with all the designs and artifacts in the room, and create color harmonics that we've never seen before, actually, in the kind of intertribal game playing that actually gives birth to the best emotions, and therefore the best kind of consciousness activation we can get. It goes along with the music and various forms. The idea of the modern era now is that we are available to be full participants, to actively engage. And that's our greatest mission here with Heaven on Earth, is to get the creativity out of everyone, because we can create a much more amenable society, a whole social order that can work with the planet and everyone on it. And that starts with a creative playground. And that playground is Heaven on Earth.
All right, well, this is Kim Hix and Athena StarSeed, and we are on CRN Talk Radio. This is a show called Heaven on Earth, and how you can participate. You can share stuff. You can call us and tell us what you're doing. We'd love to have you as a guest, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante to see memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. The Art of the Great Masters in an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old, Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, the romance of Romeo and Juliet. Find our mystical Room of the Moon, and don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, and make all of our sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, all you can eat, just $21.95. And Angela's and Vinci's has been named the best Italian restaurant in Orange County 2 years in a row, and our owner has been named Restaurateur of the Year. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 714-879-4022 or angelosandvinci's.com.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
The following ad contains shocking material. Listener discretion is advised. Is someone in your family playing a dangerous game of Russian roulette? Over 43,000 people die a year from drug overdose. 120 people a day. 5 people every hour. 1 person every 12 minutes. 88,000 people die every year from alcohol abuse. Over 240 people a day. 10 an hour. 1 person every 6 minutes. Somebody you know may be next. Learn how to help someone you love get away from the drugs, alcohol, and bad influences. With the FMLA, people can take a leave of absence from their job and still keep it.
Call Quit Drugs 321 now at 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315. That's 800-378-3315.
Athena StarSeed and Kim Hix all the way from Hawaii, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and we were talking about how we create heaven and what heaven on earth is to each and every one of us, and everybody has kind of a different idea about that. My idea of heaven is people sharing their heart and sharing their art. And Kim, let's go into what your idea of heaven is. If you had a magic wand and you could have heaven right here, right now, what would it look like to you?
It would look like an earth that is primordial but full of lovers, an absolute exquisite planet that is being appreciated in gratitude and expressive consciousness by the people on it. And it would be a totally rebalanced concept of the masculine and the feminine, and with a new alignment devoted to higher aspects of nature and interrelationship. It's one of my ideas of heaven.
Now, do you see that returning more towards a tribal society, or can you see it as also a futuristic society with tribalistic values? What's your vision?
I think it's globalist consciousness. It's planetary consciousness. So tribalism is seen as separating out and making separate distinctions, but there's really the tribe of humanity and how we are in relationship to the planet. So in a larger sense, it's about the gathering of the whole. Heaven has got to be an inclusive place. It can't be exclusive, even though, of course, the old nomenclature of it sort of said, well, you're either in heaven or you're in hell. But we're here to break through the duality. We're here to absolutely transcend the duality and return ourselves into a relational structure with the universe, each other, and love. And that's really the basic inherent mission. Have children, raise them in the highest consciousness possible, allow them to take on the direction and purposes and intentions of humanity. I think it's a requirement that we nurture their talents, because we really need very creative consciousness to solve our global problems in as high-minded a way as can possibly be. And I think that's exactly the unity of the masculine and the feminine in this era now.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we were talking last week on our show. We had a guest. His name was Bravo. He was amazing, and he's an incredible artist and photographer. And we were really talking about how sometimes when we separate out, the consciousness will outpicture another aspect of ourselves, like the president, or like another country, or another race, or another person of a different sex. We'll single that out, and we'll find out the difference, and then we'll kind of get stuck in that field. So that's rampant all over our society. Kim, what is your solution to address that, so people can actually really not be suffering, but can rise up and see where they can get over themselves?
I think it's one of the great concepts I got from you that was thrilling to begin to understand, and that's when you look at all the confusing others that seem to be out there, we must realize that they're all me's too. We're all me's, and whatever shadow is being externalized for us to view is really our own shadow, our collective shadow. If we believe we're all one, then we must understand it. So shedding light on the shadow is to reintegrate it. It's to understand and bring pure light to it in order to reveal it so that it can be integrated. So the separating out is a process of actually soul awareness, that a whole awareness must be inclusive. So it's not either or, it's us. And creative consciousness, therefore, must be absorbing of our own perceptions, self-perception, self-evaluation, self-projection, and integration into the social conscious fabric.
You know, when I think about the family unit, it all starts with the first relationship that you have, and that's with yourself. We're getting ready to go commercial break, but when we get back, we're going to really talk about loving yourself so you can fully love your partner. If there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. And that's when you have the Holy Trinity and the child comes through. And those strong nucleuses on our planet spread and feed love. And that's all we have is the Garden of Eden of love. This Athena StarSeed show called We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Aloha!
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. What happened to summer? You turn around and it's gone. So what do? Solution. Either stop turning around or head on over to Columbo's and enjoy the most delicious steaks imaginable. Seafood that brings awe and wonderment to your happy little taste buds. Columbo family Italian recipes so special they're kept under lock and key at an undisclosed and secure location. Jazz every night and the world's greatest meatballs. Need I say more? Oh, but I will. Enjoy the summer and head on over to Columbo's Italian Steakhouse. Good Time Central. Columbo's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Mangia.
Still got those annoying critters? I'm talking bees and fleas, spiders, ants, roaches, bedbugs, and those disgusting rodents. Have you made that call to Dewey Pest Control yet? What's holding you back? Get rid of them, and I mean right now. When the heat brings them out, it's time to call Dewey, because Dewey knocks them down and keeps them out. Dewey's an 89-year Heritage California family business with 32 offices statewide. Think you got those 24/7 wood-munching termites chewing up your house? Call Dewey right now for their free inspection. And all this month, get $89 off with a regular maintenance program. Call 800-209-0900. That's 800-209-0900. Just one call to Dewey does it all. 800-209-0900. Or get your free inspection online at DeweyRadio.com. That's Dewey, D-E-W-E-Y, DeweyRadio.com.
Destination South Point. 11 great restaurants, bingo, bowling, movies, race books, sports books, spa, live entertainment, oversized rooms, and the rates unbeatable. The South Point Las Vegas. Book now. Online at southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. At the South Point Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
This is just called Heaven on Earth, and I'm here with my gorgeous co-host Kim Hix, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim. Hello, are you there, Kim? Okay, so we're waiting for Kim to pop back on. But while we are here, I wanted to go back to what we were talking about, how we can have no conflict within ourselves. So our first relationship is with ourselves, how we care and love ourselves. And sometimes we came in this incarnation and we had really challenging childhoods. I certainly did. So it's been a long journey, to say the least, to self-love for me. That's my own personal experience. And so, you know, when you have a child, you realize, wow, that's so important. Self-love is so important. And every day that I'm melting all the pain that I went through as a child, I love myself more. There's more room for light. So that first relationship of heaven is loving yourself. And then that second relationship is that there's love for the self, and there's love for the other. The beloved is wherever you are, and that beloved you see in your partner and your lover and your sister and your brother, and then in your mother and your father. And not just biologically. Every elder is our mother and our father. Every elder is our grandmother and our great-grandmother and our great-grandfather. And so I just wanted to read the lyrics of this song. And actually the song is written by Fantuzzi. It's amazing. So I think if you go to Fantuzzi.com, you can support this brother, which I would really love. I went and bought his book. It's a phenomenal read. But let's just read the lyrics to this song. It's called Rainbow Spirit. You are my mother. You are my father. You're the beginning, and you're the center. You are beyond the end. You are the colors of the rainbow. You are the pure white light in me. You are the rivers. You are the mountains. You are the sky. You are the sea. I love you so. Help me see. And to see you in all is to see you in me. And I am in you and you are in me. I want to touch you. I want to feel you. I want to be right by your side. I want you to know that I love you. I'm going to serve you all the time. I'm going to serve you all the time. And that's just so beautiful. Universal Lover. That's what it's called. Universal Lover. Universal Lover by Fantuzzi. So Rainbow Spirit, Universal Lover, is the name of the song. It's got 500,000 hits. We're going to play it right now here for you. So Kim, if you are listening to my voice, please, I sent you an email with the clip in it. All you have to do is hit the link, and you can watch it while we watch it. It's 5 minutes, and it's a medicine song. And a medicine song means that when you're a certain vibration right now, just by the sound of my voice. Then you listen to a piece of music, and you are a different vibration. In 5 minutes, we are actually accelerating your fiber optics and your oscillation and your resonation and your frequency. And a frequency from fear to love, it could be a huge chasm. However, when you shift your heart, it's an instant. There's no time involved. It's instant love right here, right now. So I'm going to ask Matt, our beautiful engineer, thank you so much for putting up with all of the kind of chaos behind the scenes, but we got it. If you want to play the video, that would be awesome. Thank you.
You are my mother. You are my father. You're my lover. You are my friend. You're the beginning, Lord, you are the center. And you are beyond the end. You are the colors of the rainbow. You're the pure white light in me. You are the rivers. You are the mountains, Lord. You are the skies. You are the sea. And I love you so. Help me see you in all, to see you in me. I'm in you and you're in me. I'm in you and you're in me. The branches of a tree, they may be many, but the tree, my friends, you know is one. Petals of a lotus, have you noticed, are many, but the lotus is one. Gurus and swamis, teachers are many, but the truth is one. Prophets, religions, Lord, there's so many, but God is one. And I love you so. You help me see you in all, to see you in me. And I'm in you and you're in me. I'm in you and you're in me. You are Kali, you are compassion, you're the divine mother, Mother Nature. And I want to touch you, I want to feel you, Lord, I want to be right by your side. I want to know you, love you, I want to serve you all the time. 'Cause you're my mother, you're my father, you're my lover, you are my friend. You're the beginning, you're the center, and you are beyond. Everywhere I look, I see I'm in you and you're in me. Your love looking back at me. I'm in you and you're in me. You make me so happy. I'm in you and you're in me. Set my soul free. I'm in you and you're in me. Holy, holy, holy. I'm in you and you're in me. Divine, almighty. I'm in you and you're in me. As it was in the beginning. I'm in you and you're in me. I'm in you, Lord, you're in me. I'm in you and you're in me. It makes me so happy. I'm in you and you're in me.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay, so the reason why I thought it was so important to play that video is because my heart has just turned into a puddle. It is so open right now. It's like a big, puffy, soft white rose. I just want to just open it even more and more when I hear this brother's beautiful voice and his words. All right, so I consider myself a light worker, a light player, a starseed. And what does that mean? It means I feel like I have something that I want to offer the planet, and it's just my love and my inspiration. And I was really inspired by Fantuzzi. Now, he looks like a loving hippie, little loving, chocolatey, little beautiful cinnamon man. It's incredible with his heart songs. However, it wasn't always like that. If you go to fantuzzimusic.com, you can purchase his book, and that's what I did, because I just loved his music, and I wanted to know who is this person, and how does he sing these beautiful unified field songs that are all about oneness, like a yogi. You know, where do these beings come up with these oneness theories or these unified fields and put it in their art and then live it in their life? Like, how do they get to that high mind? So let's just rewind back to the beginning of Fantuzzi's life. He was born of like teenage Puerto Rican parents that, you know, were not from this country, immigrants, and basically he had a very rough childhood in Harlem and was watching kids shoot up heroin at 12, and he had, you know, been running the streets and, you know, getting into a lot of trouble. And I think his first initiation to a gang, I think, was like 5. And he was like, I don't want to live this way. I have to get out of this neighborhood. So his book, called Love at First Bite, is about this little Puerto Rican boy getting out of Harlem in the worst of neighborhoods when the Afro-American gangs would beat up the, you know, Puerto Rican gangs. This is West Side Story, you know, and the white kids would beat up the, you know, African Americans or the Puerto Ricans. I mean, this is West Side Story all over. That is a portion of why Heaven on Earth needs to be considered when you're in a gang situation. He had a choice. His heart told him, I don't want to be, you know, stabbing people and shooting people and running from the cops my whole life in a panicked fear. So he cried out to God, and at 14 he had a huge spiritual awakening. And it was not easy. His whole story is about he gets bit by this cobra, and the poison puts him into a very altered state of reality, and he sees scenes from his life throughout the book, past, present, and future, and you see how this kid in the ghetto becomes this beautiful spiritual troubadour that's traveled all over the planet for the last 40 years and touched thousands of people's lives and gone to all these different countries and unified children of all rainbow colors because of the way he was raised. And so, back to the Heaven on Earth, this is why it's really important that we visualize, we co-create, we talk about, we celebrate these light star seeds, these light beings that no matter what knew they came into the planet with a responsibility to themselves, to be love, an emissary of light, and to be able to share that with other people. Those are the spaceships. They're beaming in. They're confirming, yes, yes, yes. that we too, like Fantuzzi, can Fantuzzi ourselves and inspire ourselves to be like, wow, like that was a huge jump for this little kid to get out of that situation and travel all over the world and turn into this rainbow hippie. It's like, that's alchemy. When alchemists talk about turning lead into gold, that's promised to every soul on the planet that no matter how hard life has hit you, that there's gold inside. And when you surrender and you allow the divine to guide your light, like your compass and my compass, like we get lost sometimes and we don't know which direction. And they say when you're sailing, 95% of the time you're off course. You have to kind of redirect. So that's our life, redirecting where? In. When I redirect in and up, I feel more peaceful. And that's what this is about, is pointing people towards their gold inside so that we can all be able to have a huge impact on Mother Gaia and on our communities and on our families and on ourselves and on ourselves. You know, I had an idea, and I want to share it with you guys on the radio, everybody who's listening. The idea was all these really amazing starseeds have been, like, in the field, you know, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years like Fantuzzi, you know, 50 years like Kim Hix. We all deserve to be financially abundant and be supported. And so in this dimension, you either have to be born into wealth, or you have to work your butt off in the matrix to get the wealth, or there are angel investors who help support you, or I have an idea, and it's a radical idea. The idea is about micro-sharing. So here's my micro-sharing idea about creating one starseed light worker who wants to do something good for the planet, millionaire at a time. So I wanted to do a social scientific experiment with everybody listening to the show. If you go to fantuzzimusic.com and you purchase anything that he has for sale, he's been selling beautiful music and his art and all his little workshops and his concerts, anything from 99 cents to, I bought his book, Love at First Bite, which is an amazing read. It'll be a movie one day, mark my words. And the 3 CDs. It was $40. So I was like, wow, if 35,000 people bought a $40 product for one artist a month, then boom, he would be a multimillionaire, and then he could go out and commission other people's missions and actually spread the word larger. And then next month, we could pick somebody else, like Shamanatrix Missy Galore. She's been in the field, and she's been putting out her music, and she's like the cosmic Cyndi Lauper of our whole community. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, everybody listening to the show, let's just buy one of her albums. You know what I'm saying? Let's share flow. Let's send flow to each other. So, anyways, we're creating a heaven on earth, and we can micro-share. We don't have to micro-lend where they pay it back. We just micro-share, and we pay it forward. So this Athena StarSeed. If you like the show, please share it. Please connect with me. Go to fantuzzimusic.com. Purchase something to support this beloved brother. And we'll see you right back after these commercial messages.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166. Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Hi, this is Athena StarSeed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth. And we are creating our own reality one vibration at a time. And the more in love we are and the more love that we share, the higher reception that we feel for peace, joy, bliss, and blessings. And so this show is like a little, sound nutrition so that no matter what octave you come in on, that we're elevating your frequencies so that you are feeling more expanded in your perceptions and your awareness. And one of the things I love to go over with my clients, I'm an intuitive reader. I do psychic work and some clairvoyance and stuff. And I talk a lot to my clients about perception and reception. And so when we feel the perception of love, we have sympathetic resonance with others, and we feel rapport. Tony Robbins talks about rapport a lot, and mirroring and matching and being in sync. Well, why do people mirror and match, or why do people start folding their hands the same when they're looking at each other's eyes, or when they're having this really deep conversation, their bodies are mirroring? It's their body frequency. It's like listening to the same song. They're on the same biorhythm. And when we all get on a unified love biorhythm, we naturally want to share with our brothers and sisters of light. So I just emailed Matt, and I put underneath, I gave him the copy to put underneath of this video that will be on YouTube. You guys probably will be watching on YouTube right now. So you can look underneath and you can see how to create Lightworker Millionaire. And it's very easy. It's called micro sharing. It's the easiest thing ever. So we're going to do Fantuzzi first. So I want to take all my love and all my energy, and I just want to bless this brother with my light and share what I have. And what I have is an idea, and I have a radio show. So I'm going to take my idea and put it on my radio show and ask all my beautiful friends that are listening to go to Fantuzzi's site and buy a song from him and to support him with love and bless him. And then next month, we'll pick somebody else. So we're going to use the month of October to share this video with as many people as possible. And I'm hoping to have Fantuzzi on the show through Skype coming up here soon. But these are little tiny things that we can do. I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to be in the spirit of giving. And that's what Heaven on Earth is for me, is the spirit of giving and sharing. So I just want to talk a little tiny bit about the readings that I do. So if you're a light worker and you're just coming out of the matrix and you're confused and you're not sure how to start making a living in this new vibration, 5D, you can book a session with me and just tell me that you heard this show, and I will certainly give you a 50% discount. 50%. Why? Because I want you guys to take action, and I know that you're coming right off the ground floor, if that's where you're at, to book a session, look at what you're here to do, and then remove some of those blocks so there's no more self-sabotaging and you can go right direct, and then put your idea into practical application. These are how things get created on the planet. And so I'm here for you guys. I love you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you like the show, share the show. Give a shout out to Fantuzzi. We love him. Give our prayers to Kim Hix. He had to pop off. So Kim, we love you. We're sending our blessings to you, your health and your life and your love. And we will see you next time. This is Athena StarSeed, Heaven on Earth on CRN Talk Radio. Blessings and life.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style, you'll be happy to know that CRN is now available on Wi-Fi radio. Simply log on to Reciva.com, that's RECIVA.com, and look for CRN. You can access all of our great shows and listen live anywhere in the world. Be part of your favorite shows and get the full CRN listening experience you would have with any traditional radio, podcast, or a live stream from our website. For more information on where or how to listen, and for a full list of our programming, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channels. The radio channels.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. We're just hours away now from the Senate vote to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the U.S. Supreme Court. Republicans appear to have all the votes they need. Still, senators on both sides arguing the merits of the sexual assault allegations against Kavanaugh. Senator Deb Fischer says she did appreciate what she saw as sincere testimony from the accuser, Christine Blasey Ford.
I believe she has experienced a traumatic event that no woman should have to endure. There is no evidence, though, that Judge Kavanaugh was the perpetrator.
Meanwhile, outside the U.S. Supreme Court today,
Believe survivors. We believe survivors.
Protester Madison McCabe among those gathered who say that all victims of sexual assault should be believed, plain and simple.
The sisterhood is strong. The womanhood is strong. The peoplehood is strong. We are all out here together protesting something that shouldn't even have to be protested.